Kylian Mbappe has decided to join Real Madrid finally. There's also news concerning who replaces Thomas Tuchel at Bayern Munich. And Gattusso has been fired. These and many more stories are coming up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Stay and let's delve deep into this. So, finally, after a long time, Kylian Mbappe has decided to move to Real Madrid. Now, this comes as no surprise to most of us because Real Madrid have been chasing the signature of Mbappe for at least 4 years. Kylian Mbappe has finally set his mind to leave PSG by the end of the summer. He wishes to conclude everything with Real Madrid before March so that he knows where he plays for after the Euros. But then it's clear, Kylian Mbappe wants to join Madrid and there's agreements in place for that, though no contract has been signed yet. The thing is that Mbappe is PSG's leading goal scorer. He's got 244 goals and he could even score more before June. The actual fact is that he wanted his future sorted out. Somewhere around last week, he went to the president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, and he told him that he wants to leave the club this summer. So it's clear, Kylian Mbappe wants to leave. He has decided to move to Real Madrid, and so that is it. He is set to sign a 5-year deal at Real Madrid. He will take a pay cut, and it means that his salary will be reduced to 15 million euros every year at Real Madrid, but he will take a signing on bonus of 150 million euros, and it will be distributed across the 5-year period that he will be at Madrid. So it means that every year he received 30 million euros as a signing on fee, and that's huge. So if you had the 30 million and the 15 million euro, it becomes 45 million euros every year for Kylian Mbappe. And this is a 25-year-old French striker who has won the World Cup. He also played in the World Cup final. The next edition he played the World Cup, he played in the final. So this is somebody who has all that prospect. And for Kylian Mbappe, it's been his dream to play for Real Madrid. But these are the conditions. And it's set. If Croatian midfielder, and of course legend for the club, Luka Modric leaves, it means that Kylian Mbappe will inherit the number 10 jersey, which is so last. He plays with the number 10 jersey in the French national team, and he will be most likely inheriting it from Luka Modric. That's if he leaves this summer. So that's stuff for Kylian Mbappe. Brilliant stuff in there for him. He will be that guy. So we are going to see Kylian Mbappe. We're going to see Vinicius Jr. We're going to see Rodrigo goes, and then behind them is Jude Bellingham. It's all set for Real Madrid fans. Good news in there coming up for you. Kylian Mbappe will join Real Madrid by the end of the season. After only 5 months in charge of Olympique Marseille, it's done for him. There's this man on your screens, Gennaro Gattuso. He has been sacked as manager in charge of Olympique Marseille. He will be replaced by a familiar name, Jean-Louis Gasset, who is 70-year-old. He was a former manager for Ivory Coast, and he was sacked just 2 games into the African Cup of Nations that just ended, and he is set to replace Gennaro Gattuso at Olympique Lyon. Now, it was very bad for him because in 24 games in charge, he lost 6, he won 9, and then he drew 9. So 6-9-9 was the formation for Gennaro Gattuso. After 24 games, he only managed 9 wins. Even at home at the Stade Velodrome, which is considered as one of the football cathedrals in France, he, after 15 games at home, managed 5 wins, he managed 5 losses, and he managed 5 draws. So it was not so well for him at home, at his own backyard at the Stade Velodrome. He was not winning the games, he was not grinding the results for the team, and so he had to go. This is a bad thing for Gennaro Gattuso. It looks as if every team with which he's coached, he doesn't spend enough time there. He has coached Napoli. It didn't last well for him there, and he has had also spells with a couple of other clubs where he couldn't spend very, very long times there, and it's sad for him. But then Olympique Marseille still remain in the Europa League. They have been knocked out of the French Cup last month as they were defeated by Rennes in there. And then, of course, in the Europa League, they're still there. They still have a key battle against Ukrainian giants or Shakhtar Donetsk. So Shakhtar Donetsk and Olympic Marseille, I beg your pardon, will play the second leg. That will be the first task for Jean-Louis Gasset to be able to get these players together, because the game's coming up on Thursday. It will be a very big ask for him. It's KG for them. Olympic Marseille being replaced by a 70-year-old. It's not, well, we'll see what he will do there in the Olympic Marseille team. So finally, Bayern Munich are considering replacing Thomas Tuchel with this guy on the screens. Yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. After 2 years of being jobless in the coaching sphere, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is set to replace Thomas Tuchel on the interim as they prepare to name Xabi Alonso, as Xabi Alonso has been linked heavily to Bayern Munich. Don't forget, he's a former Bavarian. He is a former player of Bayern Munich, spent a lot of time there, understood the German culture very well, and then of course he has been in bed with German football. He loves it, and he is doing some great work at Bayer Leverkusen. This season, after 30 games, he has not tasted any defeat. So it's all like that for him. He has been winning, and with a number of draws that he's had in Europe, he's still undefeated. They are looking at either naming him or Zinedine Zidane. He's still looking for a team to manage. Hopefully next season he comes back into action. But is it going to be with Bayern Munich? Is it going to be with Real Madrid? Or is it going to be with even any other club in Europe which is fighting for that top spot? Thank you very much for joining me for today's edition. I'll be back tomorrow with more news, and then also we will be doing a little twist here on this edition. Manchester United news could be coming in more frequent and fast, before I also share with you some other stories that are coming in, especially as we approach the end of the season and as we dawn into the transfers. We will be looking at a lot of news, a lot of stories coming in here. But this is the official channel for sports news. Felix Adudakwa is right here, and he's got you. Click on the subscribe button. Make sure you share with your friends and family as well. Thank you very much for joining me.